What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Totally Rad YouTube channel. Today we have a video on a gun that I like very much. I'm already going to tell you right off the bat, I like this gun so far. This isn't some crazy in-depth review. This is more of kind of like my opinion, my first impressions on a gun that is a clone of something that I've wanted for a long time. And Palmetto State Armory started making this clone. This is a clone of a MK12 Mod0. They sent one out for me to play with, and I'm pretty excited. The MK12 is a gun that brings a lot of nostalgia. It's a very classic look that a lot of people have come to know and love, and it's pretty cool that there's a more affordable version of it. That being said, it's only cool if it performs well. So first we're gonna go over a few details of the original gun, and then we'll go over some details of this gun. The original is made by a company called Precision Reflex. This specific variant, the Mod0, comes with a fixed stock, comes with an 18-inch barrel that has this flip-up sight. There are very few things that people have to say about the original that aren't positive. One of them, though, being the barrel. Precision Reflex uses Douglas barrels, and supposedly, I don't have any personal experience, but supposedly they are very picky on ammo, and anything under 77 grains they just won't group at all. This is a 416R 5R rifled barrel, so hopefully, I got some Hornady 73 grains. I also got some Nosler 77 grains we're going to shoot out of it. And hopefully one of the improvements, if you can say that, over the original is that this will be able to shoot a wider variety of ammo and still group great. Like I said, for me, that's neither here nor there. I don't own the original. This is the only one I own. So as long as this gun performs with what I'm trying to put through it, I'll be happy. Before I filmed the video, I did want to accessorize this as I wanted. I kind of took the approach of more of a resto mod than an actual clone. One of those main things being this full ARCA rail on the bottom. This is from LRT Manufacturing. If you take the original pick rails and stuff off, it screws in on the bottom, and that way you get a full length ARCA rail. I can use my ARCA bipods, and I can throw it in all my tripods like this because all my tripods are ARCA as well. So that was one thing I already knew I wanted to do. It has a radian charging handle. The flip-up sights, front gas block and rear, are from PRI. The handguard is from PRI, so there are a lot of PRI parts on the actual gun. And then Palmetto just kind of made the upper lower barrel, like they did a few things of their own, but they did keep a lot of the original parts on this gun. It does have ambi safety selector. And then I also added, this is a Somo gear, like an airsoft PEC 15, but it's full power. My real PEC 15 is the civilian version, not full power. I decided to put my full power one on here. I have a 2-20 scope on here, and then I have the 100 Concepts. It's their Scope Cap Pro, so it's got an anti-reflection device on the front. And that's pretty much it. I didn't do a whole lot to change it. I basically just accessorized it. I didn't actually change the gun at all. And as you can see, we're out here at the beautiful Defender Ranch. Thank you very much to Defender Ranch for letting me film out here. It's a really cool facility. Sometimes they do classes, sometimes they do get-togethers. Don't forget to follow them on Instagram, check them out in case you have the opportunity to shoot here. I would definitely jump at that if you can. Over the course of this video, we're just gonna group it with the 73 grain. We're gonna group it with the 77 grain. And then we've got all this steel out here. I'm just gonna be shooting steel. I don't know if you can hear it in the microphone, but today's pretty windy. You'll probably get a hodgepodge of cell phone footage, real camera footage. You know, I'll try to give you guys a good variety, but my goal here is not to just give you guys a review, because there's tons of that, plenty of that, much more qualified people than I. My goal is to just give you a little information and shoot the crap out of this gun and let you guys see what it can do, and then give you my thoughts on it. Well, so far, just on aesthetics, very nostalgic for me, so obviously I love the aesthetics of the gun. So we're gonna put a lot of rounds through it, shoot it a bunch, and make sure that it's not just a looks gun, that it'll function how we want it to. All right, so this gun is already zeroed with this Hornady match. This is the 73 grain ELDMs. I'm just gonna do a 5-shot group with this first, and then I'm gonna do a 5-shot group with this Nosler. These are 77 grain hollow point boat tails. These are both 223, and then we're gonna see if one group's better than the other. The target is down there. That's the 100-yard berm. It is pretty shot up, but it looked like there was a couple open circles to aim at. So we'll do that, and then we'll look at the Ballistic X. And I will already preface this. The gun is a better shooter than I am. The grouping, someone else is gonna get a better grouping than I am. We're just gonna have to live with that, all right? All right, so that was 5 rounds of the 73 grain. We're gonna do 5 rounds of this 77 grain and then go compare them. And the reason I'm doing these two is because this nozzler has historically for me shot incredibly, but it's really expensive. The Hornady match is way cheaper, and I haven't noticed enough of a performance difference in a lot of my other guns to justify the extra cost, considering I'm almost entirely target shooting. So that's why we're doing these two ammos. Mag's out, gun is clear. Let's go check those groupings out. I will already say off the bat, both of them are high. So as we're getting up here, this is the first group with 73 grain, if it'll focus. This is the second group with 75 grain. So both of them just had one little flyer, but the actual group themselves, it honestly, if we're just going off the four that aren't a little bit of a flyer, and maybe me pulling it, this group looks tighter to me than that group, but we'll put it in Ballistic X and we'll see. So real quickly, we're gonna talk about those groups with this gun. I'm gonna start by saying by no means is a single 5-shot group the end all be all for a gun. People that are really serious about their ballistics and dialing in their guns, you know, they're doing 10, 20, 30, however many 5-shot groups to really see the average consistency, because it takes a bigger sample size than just 5 shots. So keep that in mind while we're talking about this. First, we're gonna talk about the 73 grain Hornady. That was a 1.169 group, so 1.169 MOA. 1 MOA is an inch at 100 yards. So just over MOA for a gas gun. I personally am happy with that. Gas guns, in my experience, obviously, they're not gonna be anything like a bolt gun. So anything close to 1 MOA, I'm okay with. And in this 5-shot group, there is one that is a little bit of an outlier in the group. I would call it a flyer. That could be me, that could be an inconsistency in ammo. There's a number of things that could be. If we take that out, the group is now 0.717, which is sub MOA by far. And that's something that we would see as we did more 5-shot groups, if that was something that was influenced by me, or if as we tested different ammos, if that was influenced by ammo, or if that's just the gun is consistently setting that no matter what we're shooting or who's shooting it, etc. So the Nosler 77 grain, the 5-shot group was 0.969, nice, which is sub MOA. That's incredible. So the 77 grain did shoot a little better than the 73 grain. Like I said, the price difference, it's almost double the price. So for me and what I'm doing, because I'm primarily just target shooting, I don't think that the price jump is justified by that slightly better group for the stuff I'm doing, because realistically this gun for me is 600 yards and in. It can obviously go way past that, but that's kind of the range I'm shooting it in to enjoy my time and not feel like I'm just wasting ammo and missing shots due to wind and stuff like that. 223 is just not a caliber that outside of 600 is super reliable. You can make hits and you can make good hits, but at a certain point I do feel like my money is better spent on other calibers out of those distances. And so to make a fair comparison between the two, if we drop that outlying 5th shot off, the group drops to 0.837 MOA. That's pretty killer for gas gun. And so, like I said, this would be something over time. I'll do more groups. I'll shoot it, group it again, shoot it, group it again, stuff like that. So we'll see its consistency over time. But for right now, for this purpose, the 77 grain is shooting better. And I would call this the average between those groups. I would say this is a 1 MOA gun, because the 73 grain was over and the 77 grain was just under. So I am considering this a 1 MOA gun right now. All right, so now we're zeroed. We got these steel targets. I'm just gonna run, I actually don't know how much ammo I even have in the gun, so we're just gonna run 200 and out on steel. All right, we're going for 200. All right, we're gonna go for 300 now. All right, we're gonna go for 400. Hopefully you can hear this in this microphone. We're gonna go for 500. I should put a level on this gun. It's one thing I don't have that I do wish I did. All right, we got a hit at 500 with our last round. All right, we're going for the 500-yard target. I'll double tap at 500 for you. Hopefully you can hear that good enough. All right, we've got air and sizzle on the gun so that I can film through the spotting scope. Impact. Impact.
That was it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Double tapping bullet trace is pretty sick. Aaron's gonna run the rest of this mag out.
We'll hit some at 400. Sound doesn't ring very well.
All right, he's gonna go for a double tap on this. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little human target right there. Got him.
Ooh, missed the second shot. This thing's sick. Big fan of this this build. This thing's super cool.
Dude, agreed.
Pretty accurate. Very aesthetic. Just how about that can though?
Yeah. Hey, Allen Engineering or Otter Creek. Need that can.
Hook a boy up. All right, yeah. I can get behind this.
All right, guys, well, there you have it. That is a quick look at the Palmetto State Armory MK12 Mod0 clone. I think this thing is pretty sick. For the money, I don't know if you have went and looked up the PRI version of this, but it's like double the cost. And I don't know if it's double the gun. A lot of people are gonna hate me for saying that, but I don't care. It's just the truth. I think this gun's really cool. I think it's cool that Palmetto is starting to make some clone stuff because it's like aesthetics wise very desirable, and they're making it affordable for people to get into it instead of having to drop $3,000 or $4,000 on a gun they can't afford to shoot once they buy the gun. Buy the cheaper one, buy some ammo, you're good to go. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. go take a look at Palmetto State Armory. They sent this gun out for me to try. Go check out Defender Ranch. That's where we're shooting today, and it is an insane facility. You definitely want to take an opportunity to come train here if you can. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. See you on the next one.